Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending in this engaging interactive webinar on how to start your business. My name is Jesus Padilla, the Assistant Director here at the Florida SBDC at FIU. Also, it's a good opportunity to introduce yourself. If you have any small business, a business idea, where are you in your business cycle? I'll be more than happy to get to know more about you, what industry. So like that, throughout today's presentation, we'll be able to connect the dots towards your business venture. Several housekeeping items. This is a recorded webinar. In case you have to step out, answer a phone call, don't worry. All participants will be receiving today's presentation and recording as well. If you have any questions throughout today's webinar, strongly encourage you to put your questions in the Q&A, as myself and my colleagues will be able to monitor those questions on your behalf as well. So based on a show of hands, I just want to get to know more about you. Are you in business, not yet in business, any DFAs, and also get to know more about the Florida SBDC services to provide you with your business needs. Okay, perfect. Okay, so not yet in business, have a business idea. Fantastic. All right. So a brief description of the Florida SBDC network. It is funded through a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Small Business Administration. And we have 9 regional centers across the entire state of Florida. If your business is located here in Miami-Dade, Monroe County, we are your local SBDC. If your business or business venture is outside of Miami-Dade, Monroe County, don't worry. My colleagues will be able to put their contact information and will be more than happy to connect you with your local SBDC. The services that the Florida SBDC network provides is the one-on-one business consulting, the startup assistance, the access to capital, international trade development, the marketing, the growth strategies, government contracting, along with the information, the data, the market research, along with additional trainings and workshops to enhance your business needs and growth as well. Who am I? In today's presentation, once again, I am the Assistant Director of the Florida SBDC at FIU, and I myself, I am just like you. I have that entrepreneurial spirit. I have multiple side hustles and a few businesses as well. So I definitely know the pain points, the good and bad, the ugly of what it entails to become a successful entrepreneur. I have been in part of the SBDC for over a decade. I have co-consulted in the marketing and the startup assistance by providing those innovative tips to entrepreneurs on what it takes to be successful in their business journey. Full disclosure is very important that our information is intended to provide information on entrepreneurship and steps that you may want to take to start your business. It's not possible that we'll be covering all the different scenarios, the circumstances. So therefore, we strongly encourage you to touch base with your legal and tax professionals on those related issues. Definitely consult with them, and we'll give you the information to help you to alleviate those items as well. So once again, I want to thank you for attending today's webinar and how to start a business. So we'll be discussing the 4 key steps to starting up the right way. So think of it as a house. You want to build the 4 walls first before you start building the roof. So we'll be discussing the idea phase, the planning, the financing, and the launching phase. In the idea phase, this is where you'll be able to start creating that startup formula, what it entails, the key ingredients, the marketing, the research, how to get your product to the right eyes, to the right customers, what are going to be some strategies. And this is where you have to start implementing the some of the strategies that you don't need to create a new product or service from scratch. Some of most companies did not create those products or services, but instead they brought those innovative strategies or innovations in the already existing marketplace. So one of the good examples I'll be discussing as a small business owner, it is you're able to navigate easily making a 3-point turn as a canoe through a canal versus a cruise ship. So right there you have a good footing, a good place in the marketplace to get the potential clients and how you're able to alleviate those pain points. Some additional strategies, but also have to be careful on the other side, is that you don't have to invent something new by offering lower cost. If it's already in an existing market, you can identify those competitor weaknesses and those market opportunities. And that creates a competitive advantage. One of the key buzzwords that I'll be presenting today is the value proposition. That is going to be the homework that I'll be providing to everyone. What is your value proposition? Sometimes when some entrepreneurs like, I want to have the lower cost so it could alleviate and I get more sales. But at the same time, you have to think of the other side of the coin. What is the brand perception? If it's lower cost, how is the quality? So that tarnishes your brand. So you need to have the Goldilocks approach that you're not alienating your potential customers, but at the same time, pricing yourself out of the marketplace. So you need to have the Goldilocks approach as well. As we have proceeded to the from the idea, now we're going to be discussing the planning phase. The planning phase, this is where you'll be able to conduct the proper planning to lay a good foundation. And those key actions is understanding your market, developing that business model, and creating a business plan. So before I proceed with the next slides, I just want to see, have you done any market research, developed a business model, created a business plan? How was that experience? Thinking of doing one? I just want to get to know more about how have you been planning your business models. Okay, have developed a business plan. Perfect. Okay. Okay, business model. Yes, yes. We'll be discussing the business model canvas in a few slides from now. Perfect. Okay, no market research. Okay, perfect. Yes. So some of these key tools will be presented in next slides. So having a good understanding of your market, it is what is the market? And this is where it's the consumers with unsatisfied wants and needs who have both the resources and the willingness to buy from you. This is where you'll be able to set out the market needs by offering top quality and great service at a fair price. This is where you're able to adapt to those market needs, as the example previously of the canoe with the cruise ship. By having a good stronghold of that marketplace, you'll be able to quickly adapt to the market needs, what the customers are asking for, and what are the pain points, and understanding more of their behaviors as well. This is where the market research, the industry research, it can be conducted in person with consumers, with your team. You could utilize the U.S. Census Bureau, the Federal Reserve, Department of Labor. You could definitely do a competitive analysis, get flyers, get to know what they're doing and you're not doing, and vice versa. If they're not doing something and you are, okay, how can you elevate that? And that could also create the value proposition. Or if they're doing something better, how can you enhance that particular area as well? One of the key features is in this presentation, some of these links are through the SBA website and is definitely beneficial, as it has a plethora of information, learning center that could definitely enhance the conversation with our business consultants, along with your business needs as well. Okay. Okay. Perfect. I just want to show of hands. Can you able to see my slides?
No. Okay, I can see now.
You can see now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. And then some of the key factors where you should definitely include, it is the potential demand, the market size, the market competition, the economic indicators, the location, pricing. So perfect example, if you want to open up a daycare center in this particular part of the county or city, and you realize that there is no additional daycare centers in that 5-10 mile radius, say, okay, perfect. That could be a potential demand, that there's no competitors. But then you realize when you do more research based on the demographics, it's a 55 and over community. There's no young families with young kids. So therefore, you want to decide to go to another location, part of the city, that might have 2 or 3 different competitors, but within a 2-mile radius, you're the only one. So that right there determines that this is my potential demand, my market size, and then finding the pricing point. so that you're able to have a good understanding as who are your key clients, who are your competition, and the location and pricing as well, just to name a few items. And then with the two key elements of your business model, this is what we'll be discussing a little bit more in depth of the value proposition and the go-to-market strategy. The value proposition is a clear and compelling statement on what unique value your company brings to the market. This is where you will be able to do a self-assessment, self-analysis as to what do you offer to the customer, what needs are you satisfying, and how are you different from the competition? Oftentimes, when I ask our clients, our small business owners, what is your value proposition? And they tell me, I'm offering everything to the client. I'm satisfying all of their needs. I have no competition. I am the best one. That's fantastic. But let's funnel it a little bit more in depth to create that value proposition of the clear, compelling statement of what unique value you're providing to the marketplace. In addition, with the go-to-market strategy is a step-by-step roadmap for getting your product or service to the customers. Focus on defining your target market, identifying your customer, and show how you will reach your customers along with the pricing models. Is this a subscription-based, a one-time based, an annual-based? This is where you will be able to have that roadmap and those tactics achieving your value proposition and setting yourself apart from your competition. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs lose track when it comes to drafting their business idea into a business plan. The business plan, yes, I understand, it's overwhelming, it's stressful, it's scary, but don't worry. But don't let the idea of drafting the business plan delay the opportunity to move forward. Focus on you could get the idea out of your head onto the page, onto the paper, and create that roadmap to navigate those business needs through that strategic decision and direction. So what are the key components of a business plan and what it explains? It's who you are, why you're in business, what you do, how you do it, where you operate, how will you generate profits, who your customers are, and why is your business important. Nobody knows your business better than yourself. So this is a good opportunity to have a discussion with your team members, to develop a business plan, to create that strategy in regards of where do you want to take your business within the next 3 to 5 years? Excuse me. And this is the full outline and the full blueprint for your success. The executive summary, the personnel, the operating procedures, the industry. One key note in developing the business plan, leave the executive summary for last, because it provides a full highlight of the other key components of the business plan. So it's executive summary, personnel, operating procedures, industry, the competition analysis, the customers, what products or services you'll be providing, your marketing efforts, along your sales strategy, the financial breakdown, and optional appendices. We are around lunchtime, so this is where you'll be able to add more flavor to your business. Any certifications, articles, maps, anything that makes the reader to continue reading, to pretty much provide more flavor towards your business plan. In addition, the business model canvas is a one-page document that definitely helps to create the outline of the business plan. Does not replace a business plan, but can assist you putting your ideas on paper. It has the key components. Who are your key partners? The value proposition, the customer relationships, the customer segments, the revenue streams, cost structure. So it has the key tools to develop the business plan on a further road as well. When you're ready to write the business plan, understand a good plan is tailored to your specific audience. You could have multiple business plans. One could be for potential investors, partners, bankers, and one could be for the day-to-day business operations with your key members. You don't have to have a complex business plan, but you need to have a good executive summary to catch the reader's interest to continue reading along with the business plan. Financing. This is one of the key areas where all of our entrepreneurs are always looking to scale and grow their business, the financing component. But before you launch your business or even your website or open the doors, you have bills to pay. The first step is to calculate all those expenses. If your business is going to be a brick and mortar, a service, or online based. Depending on where and what is your business category, start a list of key expenses that you anticipate having when launching the business. It includes office space, inventory, equipment, license, insurance, but having a good estimation of those costs and break them up into the one-time or monthly expenses, the fixed and variable expenses as well. This is where you should calculate at least 1 year of monthly expenses, but projecting to 3 to 5 years is even better as it continues the narrative with the business plan as well. With the financial projections, this is where you'll be discussing your revenue forecast, how much money you have and need, when and how the business expects to make profit. It details what your marketing and operational processes and plans will cost and provide the 3 financial statements. It is the projected balance sheet, the cash flow projections, and the profit and loss projections. The balance sheets, it reports the company's assets, liabilities, the shareholder equity. In addition, all participants will be receiving today's presentation, and these links will definitely help you to do a plug and play in your respective balance sheets, the business plan, and also the market research as well, to help you, to give you the tools to successfully launch your business. The cash flow projections, this is the amount of entering and leaving your business over a given period of time. It could be weekly, it could be monthly, quarterly, annually. It provides the historical trends, enables you to meet your financial obligations as well plan for the future if you're looking for capital. And most importantly, it is the profit and loss projections. This is where we discuss the fixed and variable expenses. And each entry of the profit and loss statement provides insight into your cash flow of how the company shows where money is coming from and how it's being used. The break-even analysis, this is where the lenders and everyone else will be asking you is what is your break-even analysis? And this is where the threshold that needs to be surpassed before the business becomes profitable. Everyone wants to be profitable in their business. So this could be the break-even analysis, helping you out with your financial projections to calculate when exactly you will be starting to become profitable. And once again, no two businesses are the same, no two industries, so it will vary as well. And how to get capital, what are some sources? Now that you have calculated all your startup expenses, now it's how to fund your venture. Most businesses, they start bootstrapping. It is the best way to fund and also retain the ownership and control over the direction of the business. But if you're not careful and if you're pretty much not handling the finances and the capital smartly, you're assuming all the risk. It will impact your personal finances and will delay your retirement. So always be cautious and be conservative with how you're using the funds. For example, we had a client that bought $10,000 worth of shoes that she wanted to sell, sandals. That's great, but she didn't do the proper research based on what is the price point. So she had 10,000 pairs of sneakers in her house, and she was expecting another shipment of another $5,000 worth of sneakers coming in 2 months later. So she invested closely $20,000 for sandals and sneakers, and she did not sell a single one. So that is where assuming all the risk and was not managing the funds correctly without doing the research, the investigation, and the marketing. Here's a continuum of small business financing. It's different methods, different stages, different industries and businesses. So one of them is the bootstrapping, there's small business grants, mission-based lenders, SBA microloans and loans, family and friends, commercial loans, crowdfunding, peer-to-peer, angel investors, and venture capital. So once again, it all varies based on what type of business you have or you would like to pursue. So it will be different for everyone, but this is a small sample of different opportunities to obtain financing and funding for your business. Your business can access different points as we discussed earlier, based on the stage of your business, the industry, the business structure, the type of capital needs, and other factors as the credit history, the small business finances, and so forth. The launching, this is where you're getting ready to open the doors and how to successfully be compliant with all the licensing, the permits that is needed for your business venture. So the final step, it is to take the business to incorporate, and these are the four major forms of ownership. The sole proprietor, it is usually managed by one person. A partnership is two or more people legally agree to become co-owners of the business. Corporation, it is a legal entity with authority to act and have liability apart from its owners. And one of the most common ones, it is the limited liability company, the LLC. It offers protection to the owner from the personal liability of any debts the business incurs. So it's two separate entities, your personal self and the business. So the LLC is one of the most common ones that businesses tend to register as. Depending on your business, your product, industry, several business structures have their advantages and disadvantages. Factors to consider include the personal liability, the taxes being paid, the paperwork required to file within the government. This is where you're able to consult with your accountant, with your attorney, for additional guidance on those considerations of your business venture. If you already have a possible name of business in mind, the first step is to search the name on SunBiz. This is where you're able to see if there's a similar business name, if the name has already been used. As one time I saw a client purchase promotional items, marketing materials, website domain of their business venture, but when they looked on SunBiz, the name was already occupied. So they spent $5,000 on everything and they couldn't do it because the name was already occupied. Another point, it is make sure that your business name is unique, that there's no similar name because it's based on branding, the perception. How was that business related to you if you have the same business name? It's about the business ethics and it's your reputation as well. So the SunBiz in the state of Florida definitely have really good resources, good tools, and regulations based on what you will need to successfully register your name on the state of Florida. Okay. The second step is the IRS. This is where it helps you to create the EIN. The EIN helps you register your business entity, obtain a business loan, obtain business bank account, and also need it for tax filing and reporting purposes. The EIN, think of it as one's social security number. That is where it's the business social security number, the EIN. Now, if you're looking to start your business here in Miami-Dade County, that county has a really good website to help you launch your business, what permits, what licensing, what requirements is needed. But at the same time, strongly encourage you to visit within your city, as well as there's additional permits and licensing that you would need. So we're going from the micro to the macro. So your local city, county, and state. And sometimes you might go federal based on what industry or service or product that you're offering as well. Today's October 1st. So this is where all businesses need to renew or obtain their local business tax receipt. It is, excuse me, this is where it is required to have displayed in your business that you're fully compliant to do business here in the respected county. Check both with the county website and your municipality's website for additional business information and requirements. I want to provide everything from all the previous slides into one slide, which is the additional business resources. This is where there's a website, how to create a business plan, how to start your business on the state of Florida, the SBA small business guides, the Miami-Dade County, and also the state of Florida. So from all the different slides, this one should be asterisk highlighted as the go-to slide for the entire presentation. Now, I want to, since we're at lunchtime, and I want to provide the secret sauce to the startup formula. I know we discussed earlier the 4 walls, but let's bring it together as a small checklist for everyone that's present today. This is the 13 steps to make your business legit. Choose your business name. Choose your business address. What is your business entity? Register your business, get licensing and permits, and get the EIN. Open a business bank account, consider getting a business credit card, a microloan, establish that business credit, set up your books, create a website, get a business phone number, and register your business with online services. We have consultants that can assist you along all these 13 steps and further. The services is no cost to you, as once again, we're federal funded through the SBA, along with the state of Florida, FIU, and other partners. So definitely is a good opportunity on how we can help you to scale your business, to grow your business, and even start your business by giving you the tools and the roadmap for you to be successful and create that economic impact in the community. Okay. And then there's a good opportunity to connect with us. We have a plethora of upcoming events on our social media channels, on our website. Definitely encourage you to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, as we have a library of pre-recorded webinars to assist you enhance the conversation with the business consultants. We're more than happy to assist you. Definitely encourage you to leave a Google review at our website on how we can assist you and how's the experience on today's presentation. This is our telephone number on how we can connect with you. If you have any additional questions, don't hesitate, give us a call, shoot us an email, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with any way we can. If you have any questions, I strongly encourage you to put them in the Q&A, and like that, I'll be able to answer those questions for you. And last but not least, if you're interested to meet with our business consultants, I strongly encourage you to scan the QR code, and I'll be more than happy to connect you with the appropriate consultant with the areas in need that you're seeking. And then I think I saw a few questions right here. Yes, we will be sending out the copy of the presentation and the recording to all of the participants that were here present today. Now, I have a question here based on business liability insurance. When starting a business, at what time do you purchase it? What are the types, and how do you know what coverage is limited to? It all determines based on what type of business, what industry, and what regulations it will pertain based on the business venture. If you're logistics, transportation, okay, what are some of the insurances that will cover? If you're going intrastate or interstate, what's going to be some permits and liability insurances as well? So that's where our consultants will be able to have that conversation with you, and to it's pretty much peeling the onion to go right to the root as what is best beneficial for you, David. Okay, let's see. I think I have some con. Okay. Yes. And yes, and it will be the same response based on what kind of insurance do I need for your business. Yeah, it varies. No two businesses, no two industries are the same. That's when having a conversation with our consultants, they'll be able to assist you, which is the appropriate one for you. You're welcome, Ashley. Thank you for coming. Okay, let's see right here. Yes, can you advise us on how to start building the business credit to separate it from your personal? Yes, not to commingle your, have a separate business bank account so that you're not commingling your personal credit with the business credit. And there's different strategies on how to do so. And our consultants can help you provide a financial forensic analysis to make sure you start building up that business credit. And that's how you become bankable with the bigger institutions, getting a microloan, and also follow through the 5 C's of credit as well. So we have consultants that can work with you so you can start building that credit, that traction to continue to grow and scale with your cash flow projections. Once you have an you're welcome, Adriana. Okay. Once you have an EIN, you can open your business account. Correct. That'll be one of the key items with the business bank account as well. Getting the EIN to make sure that everything's completely separate. And then followed by the permits, the licensing that is needed for your business on the county or also on the city side as well. and we have consultants that can work with you as they have a full checklist, and they'll be able to cross them out as, okay, do you have this? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, let's go to the next point. Yes or no? No. Okay, let's work on this before we proceed with the next one. So the purpose is having a good, strong foundation so we could build the four walls in a nice roof. For a company that, what are the options for a company's agent? Yes, that is where, like, once again, no two businesses, no two industries are the same. That's when meeting with our consultants, they can help you what are the best options to have the registered agent and the company's address. Okay. 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 Where's the best source of help on required revenue filings for income received? That is where the financial management component comes into play. But at the same time, that's where you could definitely touch base with your accountant based on which is the best platform, the best source, how to record those in the respective journal entries, because it could be a different types of business ventures from each of them. If it's e-commerce versus brick and mortar to a service-based. So by having a good understanding and knowledge, not only do you have the knowledge, but also you have the language as well. Get to know your numbers, which is the best source for you to complete the forms. Okay. Okay, and then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna put my email. Let's see. Okay, yes, perfect. And then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna put my email address in the chat. So in case if there's any additional questions that popped up, don't worry. You know, we're family, so anything I could do to help you out, I'm in email way, and I'll be more than happy to connect you with the appropriate consultants. Do you do have the option to self-register. The only issue there is your address is publicly available. Is the only benefit of using a register is to hide your address and receive correspondence? Yeah, that's where it's the pros and cons. You know, like, you don't want people knocking on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning to serve your papers if you're in the cosmetic industry and they got an allergic reaction. So there's always pros and cons, but that's where having a conversation with the consultants, they'll be able to guide you the best approach on that side. Okay. No, you don't need to have a business to receive the consulting. But the consultants will be able to guide you with the appropriate steps to start your business, what you need, also the resources to help you to have a good foundation for you, Ellie. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think I answered all the questions. So once again, just as a small recap, all participants will be receiving today's presentation. Definitely looking forward to assisting you at any way we can. Definitely like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Follow us on our social medias, as we have a plethora of upcoming events, webinars, information to create that economic impact in the community as well. Yes, I am in LinkedIn as well. Me personally, I am in LinkedIn as well. Yep. But definitely, I'm looking forward to helping you out, connecting you with the appropriate team members to work with you, as we have a team of 18 consultants at your disposal. All of them are specialists. So if you're looking how to start a business, or looking for capital, looking for marketing, anything on those sorts, we'll be able to connect you with the appropriate consultant to guide you on that front. So once again, I want to thank Alexis and Asma being the behind the scenes, but at the same time, I want to thank all the participants that were here present today, as we're looking forward to working with you at any way we can. Thank you, and have a good afternoon. Take care, everyone.